watching CBS 2 News this morning in high definition.
Row R in the orchestra in the center, $150 for two.
And the Tickets Booth marks 40 years in Times Square. We take you inside to see how it works when we come right back. This is CBS 2 News Sunday morning. You can't miss it in the heart of Times Square, the red and white TKTS booth.
It recently marked its 40th anniversary as a New York landmark and a great way to make Broadway theater affordable. CBS 2's Dana Tyler takes us behind the scenes.
It's a theatrical production all its own that has audiences on their feet 365 days a year. What tickets were you looking for?
The Nance, and we got them 40% off. It's a great place.
The TKTS booth, marking 40 years, opens a few hours before showtimes with discounted tickets for dozens of Broadway and off-Broadway shows.
Once is going to be an awesome show. Now it's 30% off, so I'd say definitely having a backup plan is a good idea.
Red-shirted staff members are here to help, and some shows send their own people to make a pitch.
It's about a young man struggling to balance his traditions and faith with his dreams of becoming an artist.
Run by the nonprofit Theater Development Fund, or TDF, a service organization for theater arts, the TKTS half-price ticket booth opened at 47th and Broadway in a trailer on June 25th, 1973, when the theater district needed an image boost.
Times Square was full of not so good folks selling not so good things, and really the theater owners, the producers were worried because attendance on Broadway was down because people didn't want to come here. The city was worried because, of course, Broadway is part of what brings tourists here.
We like to buy tickets for Cinderella to have a look with our daughter.
The simple idea has been a hit ever since, with the TDF selling some 58 million tickets at 20 to 50% off.
Row R in the orchestra in the center, $150 for two.
The TDF's executive director says research shows 70% of TKTS ticket buyers are tourists, half of them international, the other half domestic, and 30% are New Yorkers.
I belong to the Theater Development Fund, so sometimes I can get the tickets online, but on a beautiful day like today, why not come down here?
The TDF adds $4 to every ticket cost to support TDF education programs, including making Broadway more accessible.
We provide sign interpreting, open captioning, audio description for people with physical disabilities. We also have started doing sensory-friendly performances for kids on the autism spectrum and their families.
This new TKTS booth opened in 2008 with the giant red staircase on top.
Somebody can sit here and while someone else waits online.
This is the Nerve Center. We got a rare look behind the windows of the TKTS booth when on a busy summer day like today, some 1,000 to 1,500 tickets are sold every hour.
It's 144 for the pair. I have 12th row, left orchestra.
Upstairs, okay. I just don't want to be all the way in the back.
Okay, up to a second row center.
Tony Herron started in the TKTS booth 8 years ago.
I love selling tickets. I see the world. See everybody from across the globe. I just saw Spider-Man at 1:30. All walks of life.
Jersey Boys, sure, for two people.
Bill Castellano, head of the Treasurers and Ticket Sellers Union members here, says decades ago, runners brought hard tickets from the theaters to the booth. Now the inventory is all online and updated instantly.
As we slowly get closer to showtime, we start running out of different shows, and we'll start getting different shows, and it kind of happens all at once.
Vanya Sonia sold out.
There are discounts here for Broadway tickets as high as $170 each, but not for every show.
Now, you won't see Wicked here.
No.
You won't see Lion King.
You won't see Lion King.
Book of Mormon.
You won't see Book of... Well, here's what I like to say. Eventually,
right.
We serve every show on Broadway, and before a show closes, it'll get here.
You're going to 1, 2 o'clock. Hope you enjoy the show. Have a great time.
If you have a good time the first time you go and are moved and laugh and entertain, you'll go back again. And that's our job, is to make people go back.
The TKTS booth, 40 years and proud to still have standing room only. Dana Tyler, CBS 2 News, Sunday morning.
The Theater Development Fund has an app, and just like the TKTS booth, the app has instant updates on which shows have discount tickets available. Now here are